If this cake works, I'm officially a Gen Z baker. And if it doesn't, well, y'all might see me arguing with my oven. So listen, the other day I'm scrolling on my phone. Yes, I scroll now. Don't act surprised. And I see this viral video. Some sweet young thing says, "This is the easiest cake ever. Only 3 ingredients." 3. That's it. Now back in my day, if a cake had 3 ingredients, that meant somebody forgot the rest at the grocery store. But honestly, I got curious. The video had like 5 million views. 5 million people can't all be wrong, right? So I watched it again. 3 ingredients. Eggs, chocolate, cream, cheese. That's it. No flour, no sugar, no baking powder, no drama. I gotta say, I squinted at my phone like, "Baby, where's the rest of the recipe?" But I thought, you know what, Elvora? You always say you're modern. You always say you're learning new things. Go ahead, try it. So I marched into my kitchen like I was about to compete on one of those baking shows. I even tied my apron a little tighter. Not gonna lie, I felt fancy. First step, melt the chocolate. Now here's where I almost messed up. The video said, microwave in 30-second intervals. Back in my day, we just threw stuff in the microwave and hoped for the best. But no, ma'am. I followed instructions like a disciplined woman. 30 seconds. Stir. 30 seconds. Stir. I felt so professional. Then came the cream cheese. Now let me tell you something. Cream cheese, straight out the fridge, is not your friend. That thing was stiff. I'm over here trying to mix it like I'm wrestling it into submission. I had to pause and let it soften because I am not about to lose a fight to dairy. Finally, I mixed the melted chocolate and cream cheese together. Smooth, shiny. Honestly, it looked kinda impressive. Then the eggs. The video said, separate the yolks and whip the egg whites until fluffy. Fluffy. I looked at my little hand whisk and said, you and me are not about to whip anything fluffy today. So I pulled out my electric mixer. Oh yes, Grandma came prepared. Now whipping egg whites is serious business. I turned that mixer on and it started splashing like it had something to prove. I had egg white polka dots on my counter, but eventually they got fluffy, like little clouds. I folded everything together gently, and when I say gently, I mean I was talking to the batter like, okay, sweetheart, don't collapse on me, because apparently if you mix too hard, the cake won't rise. And listen, I've had enough things in life not rise. This cake was rising. Into the oven it went. Now here's the part nobody talks about in those viral videos, the waiting. They make it look instant. But when you're standing in your kitchen staring at the oven light like it's a reality show finale, time moves slow. I kept opening the oven slightly to peek. Don't do that, by the way. I know better. But curiosity is stronger than wisdom sometimes. After about 30 minutes, it looked puffy, like a chocolate cloud. I took it out and thought, oh, Hokai Elvora, look at you. But then it started sinking right there on the counter, slowly, like it was reconsidering its life choices. I just stood there watching it deflate and I said, now wait a minute. We were doing so well. Honestly, for a second I thought I failed, but then I remembered the video said it will sink as it cools. It's supposed to do that. Supposed to. Modern baking is emotional, y'all. So I let it cool completely. I didn't rush it. I didn't poke it. I gave it space. Growth takes time, okay? Finally, I sliced into it. And I gotta say, the inside was soft, almost like cheesecake. Rich, chocolatey, not too sweet. It didn't taste like a traditional cake. It tasted like something between a brownie and a cloud. And you know what? It was good. Like actually good. Like actually good. I stood there in my kitchen, took another bite, and said, well, I'll be. 3 ingredients. Back in my day, recipes were passed down on stained index cards. You needed measuring cups, timers, patience, and sometimes prayer. Now, you need Wi-Fi and a mixer. But here's what made me smile the most. It wasn't just about the cake. It was about trying something new. Honestly, at 60-something you could say, I'm too old for viral recipes. But why? Why not try? Why not laugh when the cake sinks? Why not enjoy the process? I think sometimes we take ourselves too seriously. We're scared to mess up, scared to look silly. But baby, I looked silly whipping those egg whites, and I had fun doing it. That's the secret. The cake wasn't perfect. It cracked a little on top, it sank a little in the middle, but it still tasted sweet. And that right there, that's life. Sometimes things don't rise the way you expect. Sometimes they settle into something different, and different can still be beautiful. Not gonna lie, I felt proud of myself. I followed a trend. I learned a new technique. I didn't burn anything down. That's growth. So if you've been scrolling past something thinking, that's not for me, maybe it is. Maybe you try the recipe. Maybe you download the app. Maybe you step into something new just to see what happens. Because honestly, the only thing sweeter than that chocolate cake was the feeling of saying, I did that. All right, now, I want to know, have you tried one of those viral recipes? Did it work or did it flop? Tell me in the comments because you know I love hearing your stories. And if you enjoyed baking with me today, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep learning, laughing, and trying new things together. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have one more slice calling my name.